Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and colleagues. It is an honor and a privilege to speak to you at the 2025 Gynecology Congress, an event that brings together some of the brightest minds and most dedicated professionals in the fields of gynecology, obstetrics, and women's health. Today, I have the opportunity to address one of the most urgent and impactful global challenges. And I am referring to reducing maternal and child mortality by 2030 in alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals. The health and well-being of mothers and children are at the core of social progress. Every improvement in this area reflects a step forward in equality, access to healthcare, and overall development. However, despite the remarkable achievements, the road ahead is still filled with challenges. This week, as we delve into critical discussions and innovative strategies, we must remember that collaboration and a shared vision are essential to overcoming these obstacles. Let's use this platform not only to exchange knowledge but also to inspire action. Together we can chart a path toward transformative solutions that prioritize the most vulnerable among us. I want to share that the most recent reports from the World Health Organization (WHO) provide a mixed picture of progress and ongoing challenges in maternal and child health. On one hand, the global child mortality rate, which is important, has decreased by an impressive 51% since the year 2000, reaching a historic low of 4.9 million recorded deaths in 2022. However, neonatal mortality still accounts for 47% of all deaths in children under 5 that same year. This highlights a critical and concerning area where greater efforts are needed. In countries like Mexico, my country, we have seen dramatic reductions in infant mortality. An example is in 1970, 68 children for every 1,000 live births. They died, compared to less than 15 in urban areas by 2023. However, rural areas report significantly higher mortality rates, with 16.4 deaths for every 1,000 live births, which emphasizes the disparities in access to medical care. Globally, the main causes of maternal and infant mortality influence the following aspects: complications during premature childbirth, obstetric emergencies such as hemorrhages and hypertensive disorders, preventable diseases like diarrhea or acute respiratory infections are factors that are determinants. Poverty, limited medical infrastructure, and cultural barriers often exacerbate these problems. For example, the lack of trained healthcare providers in rural areas, it significantly increases the risks associated with childbirth and diseases in early childhood. The effects of these disparities are not limited to health outcomes. They extend to education, economic productivity, and the overall quality of life for families and communities. Addressing these challenges requires a holistic approach that goes beyond just providing medical care. One of the most significant obstacles to achieving the 2030 goals, OE, is the unequal access to healthcare. Economic inequalities and geographic disparities create stark contrasts in maternal and child health outcomes. An example can be found in rural and indigenous communities. They are disproportionately affected with limited access to trained providers, emergency services, and essential medication supplies. In Mexico, the maternal mortality rate remains concerning, with 22.6 deaths per 100,000 live births. Obstetric hemorrhages account for the majority of these deaths, followed by hypertensive disorders and unsafe abortions. These figures highlight the importance of strengthening emergency obstetric care and ensuring timely access to life-saving interventions. Institutional violence, often referred to as obstetric violence, further exacerbates these challenges. This form of systemic mistreatment undermines trust in health systems and discourages women from seeking essential care. Although legislative measures, such as the General Health Law in Mexico, have started to address these issues, implementation remains inconsistent. Additionally, cultural norms and social expectations often act as barriers. In many regions, women face significant stigma when advocating for reproductive health. Early marriage, gender-based violence, and limited educational opportunities further restrict their ability to make informed decisions about their health. To tackle these multifaceted challenges, we must adopt a comprehensive and collaborative approach. Policies and legal frameworks that strengthen those legal frameworks at both national and international levels is crucial. Governments must prioritize the implementation of reproductive rights and integrate them into broader health policies. Policies must specifically address the unique needs of marginalized communities, ensuring that access to healthcare is equitable and inclusive. In the area of community health and education, empowering communities can close critical gaps in healthcare delivery, training traditional midwives, expand services of telemedicine in technological aspects, and promoting community health workers are effective strategies. Additionally, educational initiatives can raise awareness about maternal and child health, helping to combat misinformation and reduce stigma. Another important aspect is the investment in health infrastructure. Governments and international organizations must invest more in the construction, maintenance, and health infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. This also involves establishing well-equipped facilities, ensuring a constant and reliable supply of essential medications, and deploying professionals with the necessary skills and competencies related to maternity issues. Integration of services. This refers to health systems that must adopt an integrated approach that combines maternal, neonatal, and child health services. Qualified prenatal care that includes assistance during childbirth, postnatal follow-up, and early childhood development programs. Vaccination campaigns and nutritional support must also be prioritized to address the preventable causes of mortality. Addressing the issues of gender inequalities, gender-based violence, and harmful practices like early marriage and female genital mutilation, they must be actively fought against through legal reforms, education, and community participation. Empowering women with knowledge and resources that can significantly improve health outcomes for mothers and children. As we approach 2030, the urgency of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals becomes increasingly evident. Maternal and child health is not just a healthcare issue, it is a measure of our collective humanity and our commitment to equity and justice. Today, I call on each of us to act with determination and resolve. Let's harness the power of collaboration, innovation, and advocacy to create meaningful change. By working together, we can ensure that no mother or child is left behind, regardless of their socioeconomic and geographical circumstances. Let's imagine a future where every woman can give birth safely, where every child can thrive, and where health is a universal right rather than a privilege. This vision is within our reach, but it demands our unwavering commitment. Thank you for your time, your passion, and your dedication to this vital cause. Let's keep striving for a world where maternal and child health is a cornerstone of global progress. Together we can make this vision a reality, a predominant protection of rights, health, and human rights, of women, children, girls, and adolescents.